I can't record in here?
No.
Isn't this a public building?
It is a public building. You will not be able to record the activities that we will be doing.
I requested that all of the votes for the election that happened on December 5th to be recounted. Manchester, Georgia and Coweta County is represented by the one little attorney, Nathan Lee.
GT went hot in Meriwether County, where a candidate running for mayor in Manchester has demanded a recount of all votes. When GT enters the building, Patty Threadgill immediately tries to say that no recording is allowed.
Sir, you won't be able to record anything.
Sir? I mean, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Record anything.
Record what?
Whatever you're recording.
I can't record in here?
No.
Isn't this a public building?
It is a public building. You will not be able to record the activities that we will be doing.
Then y'all probably should do them in private.
No, we're not going to do them in private.
And whatever I can see in public, I can record. Am I wrong or?
Are you here to observe our recanvass?
I was told to come down here.
Okay. Here's you an oath.
Oath for what? Is Miss Patty Threadgill here? Oh, is Miss Patty Threadgill here?
I am Patty.
Oh, okay. So we're recounting all votes?
No, we are not.
Why aren't we recounting all votes? Is there a reason to not recount 100% of the votes? Oh, Mrs. Threadgill, where would I be able to put in an open records request?
You can send it to my email address.
Can I just give it to you right here?
You can put it in writing right here if you want to.
Can I tell you what I want? And
I would prefer you put it in writing so that I know exactly what you want.
oh, what I want's pretty easy. According to the Georgia Open Records Act, I can submit my request orally.
Okay.
And so it would be total number, like what y'all recount, like the Manchester mayor election, the total number of votes that was cast versus the total number of registered voters.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
All right. What's going on?
Are you going to be an observer? Are you going to be here in the public viewing area?
Did you call the police? Then I'm gonna stop talking.
Okay. What's going on?
If he's going to observe, this is an oath I need to sign, and he cannot have that recording device.
That's affirmative. Letter is labeled. Come on, go get it.
Okay.
Come on, just get it done. It's like the location where it be stored and agency contact information.
Okay. So. All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, stand by on that. You gotta work that part out as well.
So again, what's going on?
We are doing a recanvass of the votes from one of our precincts from Tuesday night.
Okay. And with that, are you here to be an observer, or are you here for some other business?
I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing, and then you can do whatever you have to do or take the advice of the elections. Is it director? I'm sorry, director, or you're absolutely, I don't want to get your title wrong. We are in a public space.
Correct.
And if whatever they're doing has got to be private, they should conduct it in private. So, however, with that being said, as a member of the press, and I don't think the Greenville Police Department would violate the rights of the people or anybody's First Amendment protected activities. So therefore, I'm in a public space. I don't have to sign anything to record in a public space. So at this point, I would just be asked if you would kindly just let me be. I don't know who called you here, and I don't know if what's going, like you said, I don't know why you're here, I don't know what's going on. She just said I can't record in public in here. I'm going to politely disagree with that, and under the threat of arrest, I'll leave.
I was just trying to figure, okay, are you saying that there's an issue with him recording here in public?
I'm saying he cannot. Give me a minute, I'll get everything.
Not this thing, I mean.
Well, there's not an active
is
election
he-
going
is
on.
he recording anything? The ballots themselves?
We will be dealing with the ballots themselves.
Then you should probably conduct that in private. Whatever I can see from the public, I can
Right.
record.
This will be my area where you can view over here. If you want to do public, step up here.
Then you need to mark it off. I'm in the public here.
Pull that space back. Mr. Mark, will you drag that over here for me, thank you?
Oh, it's because of the camera we're making it restricted and not public now. From my understanding. From
your understanding, sir. She has put this up as a restricted
Who is
area.
this?
So because of the camera, we're making what's an everyday.
I just talked with the state. He said I could bring whoever I want in, as long as he don't take pictures of a ballot. He's my person that I'm bringing in with me. He's my person as a candidate that I'm allowed to bring in. As long as, do you want to talk with Mr. Terrell Johnson or the deputy justice? Because, sir, what I'll do is.
Okay, well, first of all.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm there with him, I'm sorry.
Okay, first of all, I understand what you're saying. You just said that he is the person that you're bringing in
Right.
to be with you.
That's correct.
And as long as he's not taking pictures of ballots or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Okay, at this point, this is what I've been trying to ascertain, whether or not he is attempting to take photos, stills, videos. Will he be taking those type of shots of actual ballots?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay. With that, with him even having that out,
I'm listening.
once the proceedings start, it has to be put away then.
Why? Because that's not what the state said.
Okay, well, you just said as long as he's not taking pictures of those things.
Check this out.
the
I've
ballot.
confirmed with my attorney already. I'm in a public space.
Wait a minute, let me ask you that. Who asked you to say this to us? Is this something you've
No,
been trained? I'll let you talk.
No.
And I talk to you.
Well,
who
no,
asked you
you
to
haven't.
say this to us, what you're saying? Because really, all of the guilds supposed to be here. I didn't request Guild 2. I did a simple email requesting that all votes be counted.
Pretty
And
much
she
got things
said-
straight. What I'm trying to explain to you is simple. You're right.
Let's simplify
To-
it.
to be-
Let's talk state.
To be in public.
Is it Hines?
Yes.
Hines, thank
To
you.
to be in a public space, you're right. He has every right to record. Okay, but by what you just said yourself, as long as he is not taking pictures of ballots,
The officer is speaking. What's your name, sir?
Hines.
Officer Hines is speaking. As long as he's not taking pictures or ballots, the person that I'm bringing with me, he has a right to be here. And I asked you, can I record? And what was your response? I'm listening. I asked you if I could record, and you said, okay. You said, are you changing your statement? You said as long as he's not taking pictures of ballots. Is that what you just told me?
According to the Georgia election code, you can't photograph ballots.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay. My attorney was there when you made that statement, so I'm just making sure. And that's what I was telling Officer Hines.
And that is what I was affirming, that
So what's the problem?
him being with you is not a problem as long as he is not taking stills, videos, or pictures of the ballots.
Right. You know that.
Okay, and that's what I said.
Okay.
You wouldn't let me finish that.
Well, I
because,
apologize.
No, because you're trying to project that I'm about to give you some type of issue and or
I
problem.
am. I
And
am.
exactly.
I apologize.
And I'm not.
I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Again, as I was explaining, him being in a public place,
Yeah.
he has every right to record out here. Once she has deemed this to be a restricted area, past this restricted area,
Okay.
and the possibility, once the work starts, of them pulling out ballots, as it was just explained, and by your words, the
Yeah.
camera needs to be shut off. That,
Can he turn the camera towards the wall? He ain't.
Wait, where are they counting? Where are they even doing the ballots at anyways?
I have no idea.
If they're not doing them up here and I'm restricted to up here, then there's not even a problem.
And that's what.
Yeah, there's no issue.
And this is what I keep saying. But anything past it where she says is going to be a working area.
I don't know how it's done, brother. I don't know whether it's working.
And again, and I'm with you on that. But again, you're trying to already project that I'm about to give you some issue that I am not.
Okay, when I walked in the door, I assumed, which is not good, that he was having an issue because he had a camera. And that's why I asked him before I got here, can he be in here?
He can be.
He said he
He
can,
can.
but he can't do the balance.
That-
You're on the same thing.
Well, I guess no. The issue was before you showed up. This wasn't here,
Oh,
and then Miss Threadgill just tried to throw me out of here because I was filming and taking pictures. So
At this point, I cannot make him leave. He is here for an official purpose. It has been deemed that he's allowed to
here.
photograph, take stills,
anybody
video.
anybody
anything
can. They can
that
pull their
he
phones out and
sees.
start
Well,
recording.
These are poll workers right here. And Teresa is the supervisor of this particular poll. And these are some of the poll workers at Guild 2. Now, what I'm saying is, I requested all votes.
They're not counting Guild 1.
They only want to recount Guild 2.
They're not counting 1. I asked her, and she said no, but she can't answer why.
Huh?
I asked Ms.
She didn't
Threadgill.
answer why.
I asked Ms. Threadgill, are they doing a count of 100% of the votes? And she said no, and I said why? No answer, no response. So
Because she doesn't feel like she has to, because she hasn't been accountable to answering to people, all of her while she's been here.
well, she's about to be
But-
accountable to the people.
Well, I want her to just be accountable to Ashton, because there were not only issues, there were some issues, and I asked about the irregularities in Guild 2, but there are also irregularities in Guild 1. And I didn't write a letter saying Guild 2 had irregularities, let's count the votes. That's not what I wrote. I said I want a recount of all the votes that democracy may continue to work. And she sent an email back stating that I will only do Guild 2. Why is that? So, those of you that she brought up here, I'm sorry that she brought y'all out for this, and I don't see Guild 1 anywhere. So, if we're gonna be accountable for all the votes, but whatever we need to do, we are ready to begin. I've already compiled my complaint with the state of Georgia. I thank you, Russell, with Georgia Transparency for being here. Again, I requested that all of the votes for the election that happened on December 5th to be recounted. I called the state before making that request. That request was told to me by the state to be made here in Meriwether County with Patty Threadgill. I made that request, and after hours, Patty sent me an email stating that she would only count Guild 2 votes. I didn't ask for a particular guild, I said all of the votes. To bring Guild 2 and all of those workers here is a disgrace to our community. It's a disgrace to our community because all of the workers in Guild 2 look just like me. It's a disgrace because it shows that she's accusing you. So let me say to the workers in Guild 2, I think you are the most professional, loving, community-wise individuals that I know, and I do know each and every last one of you. I thank you for your service and thank you for what you're doing. I ask that you question this Patty Threadgill. Why did you only bring us here today and not Guild 1 as well? Most of the votes were cast in Guild 1. I watched as they recounted the votes, and there was a total, she said, of 232 votes. However, today there's 231 votes, They're saying that there was one that somebody just cast an empty ballot, just showed up to say that they voted, but they cast an empty ballot. However, in the midst of counting those votes, that machine stopped on at least 4 different occasions, if not more, because I walked away. In that machine stopping, I asked her, why is the machine stopping? She said there were exceptions, but she wouldn't tell us what the exceptions were. Listen, get involved. At this point, I'm going to fight to the end, not the win and loss, but I'm going to fight for democracy for all of the people of Meriwether County and Manchester. Patty Threadgill, in my opinion, has tampered with many elections. And in the midst of it, it is her family is here, her mother is in there, cousins are working in there, and I'm thankful that Miss Mary is in there, but their loyalty is to their job. So I want you all to get involved. I want you all to request that votes be counted. This is not over, because we are going to question a lot of other things. Mark Trimble was here today, and in the midst of all things, he had a few things to say that mattered nothing. Get involved. I want you to work for your city. This is my friend Dee. Dee, what do you have anything to say? And Otis and Stan, come on over. Come on camera. Go ahead, Dee.
I was just born and raised here. I left here at 17. Spent over 20 years in the military, and it troubles me that I've seen my city just die with nothing going on. It lost the magic. We used to call it the Magic City, and I would just like to see. Just fairness in our democratic process. Just fairness, regardless of who wins. Just fairness. To let every vote legally allowed to vote in a Manchester mayoral race. Just let it be counted appropriately and fairly. And I just want to see my city thriving again. Thriving. Dan, you got anything to say?
Only thing I want to say is that we need some black leaders that stand up. NAACP, the Secretary of State. We need leaders that stand up that is strong. Somebody that, recognize what's going on, come down here in Manchester, Georgia, and get everything straightened out.
So we have a lot that's happening right here in our county, right here in our town. We have law enforcement that's being overzealous with some of the citizens. We have people even in Meriwether County that's being thrown out of office because they're not liked for whatever reasons. We have citizens that's being allowed the opportunity, the freedom of speech in meetings because they're not loyal. We have people that's even within the Republican Party not allowed to be a part of the party in Meriwether County because they're not liked. I'm not of the Republican Party, but my friends are my friends. My conscience is always my vote. So I'm saying to you all, get involved. Do you realize that Meriwether County, Manchester, Georgia, the county commissioners, Manchester, Georgia, and Coweta County is represented by the one little attorney, Nathan Lee? The same thing that he tells one that he said in 2020, you don't have to read her complaints. You don't have to do this. She said, he probably told her, you don't have to even read Gill 2, Gill 1. Listen, get involved. Know who your leaders are. Know what they represent. Come to the county commissioner meetings and see how people are being treated. This office has done a lot of injustice, and I am calling for the citizens of Manchester to recall this supervisor of election. She is incompetent in my opinion, and I'm asking you to recall her. So many votes have been overturned just because of her. When we begin to look at the record and we begin to do the real count, she'll hold on to a number and won't put a name to it until it's beneficial to her. Get involved. Get involved. She is appointed by the commissioners, who is her first cousin, right here in Meriwether County. Brian Threadgill is Patty Threadgill's first cousin, and we know what it is, what it represents in Manchester. Get involved in what's going on. Stop being gossipers, running to and fro, and talking about why you didn't vote, and just get involved. You don't have to vote for me. Vote for the process of democracy. That's what counts, and that's what matters the most. Thank you so much, Russell. Patricia, you have something that you like to say right here? One of our volunteers, faithful. Hey.
Well, the only thing I have to say is, if she lost, so be it, but do it fairly. If you don't have nothing to hide, why not count all the votes? It shouldn't be a black and white thing. Soon as a black person run against a white person, it becomes a black thing and a white thing. It should be a right thing instead of it being that way. That's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Russell.
Thank you.
you for being here. And listen, let's fight for democracy in Jesus' name.
Exactly.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.